Plus, confusion and questions as a judge blocks the president's effort to freeze trillions of dollars in federal funding.
They're going to try to get this done one way or another. We have to fight it every way. It hurts the middle class.
What Senator Chuck Schumer is saying in our one-on-one interview with him tonight. Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson. We begin with a developing story. The Trump administration making an offer to federal workers to decide to resign and be paid through September. The goal here is to shrink the size of the government, and the deadline just days away. This all comes as a judge temporarily blocked a Trump administration freeze on federal grants and loans. We have team coverage. Jessica Moore spoke one-on-one with Senator Minority Leader Chuck Schumer from his D.C. office tonight. Let's begin with Dick Brennan here in studio and the latest on the freeze on these federal grants, Dick.
Well, Christine, the Trump administration gave very few details of who might be affected by the move, and so thousands of organizations that rely on federal funds were making panic calls to Washington to get answers, and critics say Congress has to put a stop to this.
Republican members of Congress who control both houses are going to have to grow a spine, step up, and stand up to this president and his lawlessness.
Tonight, Democrats from our area blasted the Trump administration's attempt to freeze trillions of dollars in grants and loans.
What President Trump is doing is seizing control of the federal budget and deciding by himself who gets money and who doesn't.
But a federal judge imposed a temporary stay after confusion reigned all day, in part because no one seems to know how much funding is being paused, how many groups are affected, and for how long. The White House did release a memo today to say that many vital programs will not be affected, like Social Security, Medicare, food stamps, Head Start, farm assistance, and rental assistance.
It does not affect any service that the government is required to provide, does not affect any entitlement, does not affect any service to citizens, does not affect any individual benefit, any public assistance program or anything of that nature.
So what will be affected? All the White House has said so far is that the pause will apply to any programs that conflict with the president's executive orders on topics like immigration, foreign aid, and DEI. But Democrats argue these funds were already approved by Congress and that the Trump administration does not have the authority to do this.
There is no question this policy is reckless, dangerous, illegal, and unconstitutional.
On top of that, the Medicaid portal was down today. The White House then insisted Medicaid will not be affected. And tonight, the Trump administration is offering federal workers a buyout. Those who resign by February 6th would still be paid through the end of September. But Democrats say the president has no authority to make that offer.
Don't be fooled. He's tricked hundreds of people with that offer. If you accept that offer and resign, he'll stiff you just like he stiffed the contractors.
Now, as for that temporary block to the Trump plan by the federal judge, she says she will issue a more permanent ruling on Monday. Of course, depending on that ruling, there could be an appeal. Christine.
All right, Dick, thank you.